Okay, so apparently every single time my phone rings, it stops recording. So I'm just learning that. Anyway, where I left off on the last video was about the journal thing. And so I had kept this journal for a whole bunch of years, basically to sum up the fact of how I wanted to be a mom my entire life. And when I do finally become a mom, baby, or babies, there are things that I want you to know about your mom that I'll probably forget to tell you when you get older, because my whole life will be about you guys. And this experience that I'm going through is like so significant in my life, and it literally shaped who I am today. I wanted to tell them a little bit about like some stuff that I went through in there. You know, I know if I was a kid and my mom went through some of the things that I went through, and I got older, I would want to know about them too and what happened. So I'm going to share some of the entries. I have some journal entries too that I wrote when I was locked up in these big journals. I had these big hardcover journals, and I would say like, read 5 years from now, or read 3 years from now when you're out and cooking dinner. And like, I haven't even opened them up or looked at them or anything. And so I thought I would use this as a good virtual library for the entries and like revisiting it. Some of them are really emotionally sensitive for me. Like, there's some moments that I still can't even talk about. Some bottoms, some lonely feelings that like bring me right back to that place that I never want to go to, like my sentencing date, in the exact moments. But like, it's like light and airy right now, so there's no reason to get into that. That's something I'll do when I'm by myself with you, and not when I got like kids in the other room and shit. You know what I mean? Their mom. I love Becky. She works for the police department. Figures one of my good friends would be a cop, right? I'm like, do you want a beer? It's your birthday. She's like, no, I gotta drive. I'm like, just one? She's like, no, I have to drive. I'm like, you're so good. I'm like, I'll make you a not strong one. And everybody knows that I don't make not strong drinks. I'm like the strongest pourer ever. I was thinking about trying to like get ready for this channel or whatever, but straight up, this is like, it's gotta be as raw as possible, dude. I'm still in my pajama pants. This is what I wore to bed, only I threw a bra on when I knew that Becky was coming over. I got my fat boy right here. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, buddy? Huh? You eating stuff that tastes like plastic? What? Tell me. Tell me what? What? What are you looking at? You see my phone? I don't know if I can zoom. Oh, I can. What are you doing, buddy? Ah! Silly boy. Silly boy. You ready for some grub, aren't you, boy? Yeah. You see how big he is? My kid is going to be a future football player. Hell yeah. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You're my future football player. Huh? Look, I did put lip gloss on and now you look over. Ready? Good. Let me show this over here. Let me close this computer screen. Because toys. Because to tell you the truth, whoa, let me out zoom this here. To tell you the truth, like, Little Baby Bum Bum on YouTube is like woman's best friend. I'm sorry, if any mom says she doesn't put her kids in front of TV, she's a goddamn liar. Because, to tell you the truth, when they get a little bit older, yeah, I sit down and I read them books and shit like that. I mean, like, I try to read them books, but they want to eat them. But the little baby Bum Bum and, like, the baby Einstein thing, it's like some weird bananas dancing and, like fruits and shit doing some weird, crazy, creepy stuff that, like, the only thing I think of is, like, if I was on acid or mushrooms right now, like, I would be flipping the fuck out. And, like, these kids, they love it. Like, die for it. Let's see, how long have I been on here? 5 minutes. It said 18 to 20 minutes. So we'll set the timer for like 14 minutes. I do have an Echo Dot, but I always seem to unplug it all the time to unplug in everything else in my life, so it never seems to stay on. And honestly, I really don't even see the point of it, because the only thing I ever use it for is timer. And then I ask it questions, and it's kind of retarded. Like, you see those commercials of, like, all those rich people, and, like, yeah, that'd be cool if it could, like, turn my lights on or, like, cook me something to eat, but it can't. And, like, I don't know. I got a sink full of dishes. I got a half-open cookie mix because I got this as seen on TV brownie maker that cooks brownies in 3 minutes, which I'm going to give to the kids after. What are you doing? Hi. I have a YouTube channel, so I'm recording right now. You want to come around and say hi? No? See? I'm recording. I got pizza in the oven, bro. See? It should be done in 14 minutes. You guys want some french fries too? Yeah? I don't know how many, I don't have a lot of fries, but, or I can do breadsticks, like garlic breadsticks. You said, no, breadsticks or fries, not both. Alright, well, I only have a little bit of fries, so you know what? I'll make you guys eat your breadstick. Alright? Because you guys would each get like 3 fries. And like that, who wants to eat only 3 fries? Not me. Another vice I have, which I shouldn't be doing. So Jacob's almost 9 months, and he is my observer, as you can see. I watch him sometimes, and I'm just like, holy crap, I'm a mom. I made them. I made eyeballs. Like, he has a penis, and I made it. It is so weird, and it blows my mind. And like, and I have a little girl too. And so you know how, like, if you're a mom and you have a boy and you're like, oh, I wonder what, like, if we had a girl, what it would look like. And then vice versa. Like, I had a boy and a girl, and like, my kids are supposed to be mixed, but it's like, I had a Mexican and then I had a white baby. And I don't think they mix. It's like, I had a straight up white baby and a straight up Mexican baby. And he's the Mexican one. So I wonder if I had another baby, if it would be like really mixed. Because like Amelia has blue eyes and dark hair and white skin. And he has that like beautiful olive Mexican skin that Amelia is just going to be so jealous of when she gets older. And like the thick Mexican hair, and like he's got big lips and long eyelashes, and like he is just like this tank. But he is like this little beauty. Aren't you, buddy? And he's like super sensitive when he wants to be. Huh. But you so handsome. Mwah. Yeah. He got this toupee thing going on right now. He looks like he's got like fake hair. But you know what? He's like, wet it and stuff and try to like move it around a little bit to make it look less like bowl cut, like toupee. Like I feel like I could take it off, like it looks fake. Yeah, and he likes making noise. Mwah. Mwah. Don't open mouth kiss me, you weirdo. I'm your mama. Yeah, give me a kiss. Keep pushing me away. Mwah. Kid's a heartbreaker. Watch out, ladies, in about 15 years. Because both his mommy and daddy have done multiple years in prison. And we will kill you if you break his heart. But I have a feeling this kid's going to be the one breaking hearts. And breaking his sister's boyfriend's neck. Huh? He likes getting beat up. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Let me give you these legs. It's so cool, man. It is so cool watching it. But sometimes I resent them, I'm not gonna lie. Because I feel like I totally like lost my who I was and my identity sometimes. Because I'm like locked up in here in the baby prison with them. And I'm just starting over too, you know? And like, it's all about them. And I feel like I haven't even had a chance to dust my wings off yet and fly, but like, this is what life's about. And I'll tell you, it's those little moments, like at the end of the night when I go to put Amelia to bed and she puts her head on my shoulder, and like, no baby has ever, and I was like a nanny and a preschool teacher and stuff, and like, kids would fall asleep on my shoulder, but like, it was never, it didn't fit, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, Amelia's head fits perfectly right here on my shoulder. And when she puts her head on my shoulder, it's like everything, like any broken part of the day or the circle of where I re-question whether I'm a good mom or I can do this or if this was my purpose in life or whatever, because I question that all the time. When she puts her head on my shoulder like that, it like, I'm right at home. I know exactly what my purpose is in life. And I know exactly who I am. And all I need is those few minutes a day, and it brings me right back to who I am. I'm not, I don't need to be the center of attention. I don't need the validation from others. I don't need my husband to tell me I'm beautiful. I don't need, because you know, I whine about shit like that. And it kind of sucks sometimes, because like, I don't want to be that person who needs validation to feel beautiful. I don't want my feelings or my good mood to rely on somebody else's mood. And I have given other people so much power over my emotions, and I think it had to do with, a lot had to do with postpartum. And plus, like, I was my own person when I was in prison. Like, I had to stand up tall and walk proud in order to exist in prison and not just be a number. And it was more mentally trying than it was physically, because in there you're treated like numbers. Like, you are the same as any other piece of shit that could be in there. And people who like touch and mutilate kids, and here I am 2 numbers away from them, and I sold some drugs and did some drugs. I'm a victim of my own crime too, you know, but I am no better than the person 2 seats down from me that, you know, did all child pornography. Like, so I really had to come into my personality and really stand tall and proud and know that like I am a woman, maybe in a prison physically, but mentally I am free. And I will try to better myself in every single way, and teach and be taught and listen and listen and listen and listen. And it took me years to finally shut the hell up and listen, because sometimes like I couldn't hear anybody because I couldn't hear over the sound of my own voice because I would never shut the fuck up. And when I finally did, I started learning things from other people, and that's when I started to figure out who I was, when I really actually cared about who other people were. And I've taken a break from that, and I've fallen off a little bit from listening, and I've fallen back into some of my old ways, as far as I want what I want when I want it. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'll hear it, but I'm not listening. And I do check myself on it, and I have friends. Well, Katie checks me on it. My mom checks me on it. My husband checks me on it. He tests my patience every single day. I love him more than anything on this planet. And for some reason, he makes me the most confident woman, and he also makes me the most submissive person ever. And he makes me question my beauty, and he makes me question who I am. Or maybe it's the babies. No offense. But it's all about them now. And it doesn't matter if I'm a mess. Like, now I know how my dog feels. He was our first baby, and he got all the attention. And now, he gets, like, no attention. And you know what he does? He fucks shit up. He eats everything that's important to me. Like, he loves his cage. And he isolates. And he's depressed. And like when I try to pet him and give him attention, he just wants to jump on me. And he wants to beat me up. In a good way. But he wants to beat me up. Like, screw you, Mom. Like, I used to be the most important thing ever, and now it's about them. But he's super nice to them. And it's like, now I know how he feels. I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm in the background, looking like a mess 90% of the time. Because it's all about the babies, like in Wedding Crashers, where he's like, look at her. Yep, wife over there who's watching, judging. Look at the baby, look at the baby. Yeah, it is. It's look at the baby, look at the baby. And it's exhausting. But truthfully, look at the baby, because they are freaking cute, right? And like, yeah, I know I've lost a lot of weight, and I make jokes to people, and they talk shit to me like, oh, how'd you lose so much weight? Oh, because I'm smoking crack. Like, no, I'm not smoking crack. I have fucking twins, all right? I can barely, I don't have time to do anything. And when I stop and think about it, I'm not going to sit down and make myself a meal where I have to do dishes, where I already have to wash 1,600 bottles a day and change 1,600 diapers. I want to do something as easy as possible. So you know what I live on? Tuna packets and avocados and cucumbers and things I can throw in the trash. And I drink beer. And I lost weight. It happens. I'm constantly on my feet. I never stop moving. I don't even know how to watch a movie. My husband always tells me, like, you can't just sit down and chill. I'm like, I don't even know what it's like to chill anymore, because when they're relaxed, I'm prepping for the next chapter in the day of what it comes to. Like, I know when Amelia wakes up, like, it's dinner time. But guess what? If I wasn't recording with you right now and I wasn't babysitting, I would be in the bedroom right now setting up their PJs, setting up bath time. That's the whole thing with having twins. You preset everything. It's just like setting up a bar or at a restaurant. Like, I'm pre-mealing, you know what I mean? But I pre-meal with myself. So I'm like, all right, we got dinner, we got bath time, and then we got bedtime. So I prep and put the bottles and set that up. I prep their PJs. I prep the lotion, the towel, the little owlet thing that goes on their feet, because I freak out because I'm so afraid they're still going to die in their sleep. I prep everything, and it makes everything go smooth, because truthfully, my husband comes home from work and he's exhausted. He welds all day long, and I get it. He's pooped, and he comes home and shit in the oven mitt. He comes home and he gets the best of the babies, because they get so excited to see him, and like his tone of voice, everything, like their whole demeanor, just like Jacob just bugs out. He goes nuts for his daddy, and then daddy's hungry, so mommy cooks dinner for daddy too, and I'm a wife. And I got pregnant, and I was in prison for a long time, and all I ate was like horrible food. And at the end, I worked out, and I got in like super good shape, but I was still like heavy, so I was real fit. And then I had my babies, and I gained 24 pounds when I was pregnant because I literally lived off of cucumbers and tomatoes when I was pregnant, and hard-boiled eggs. So weird. And then I had the babies, and then I breastfed for like 2 months. And then after that, it was like go-go time. Like, ow, just burnt myself. It was like hardcore go time, and I never stopped. And I refused to be, I don't even know if these things have been done. Yeah, it was like go time. And I refused to be that mom that gets trapped at home because she has twins. And I joined Bay Moms, which is Bay Area Moms of Multiples, thinking that I'm going to join this moms group, and I'm going to hang out with all these moms of twins, and we're going to be like the best of friends and everything. But honestly, I haven't had the courage to go hang out with any of them. I follow them on Facebook. We have our own Facebook page, and I'm always welcoming like new guests and everything like that to the group. And I sell some of my maternity clothes to pregnant women who are having twins, and I offer my services of friendship all the time. And some of them hit, some of them miss. But I get invited every month to, it's called Mommy Meltdown, and it's where a bunch of twin moms go out and they get drunk at a bar and they talk about all their issues, and I haven't had the courage to go out and do it. And plus my husband, he doesn't, I can't ask him to stay home with the babies because he won't stay home with the babies by himself. I mean, he will if I told him, but I just won't do that. I guess I don't have the courage to tell him that I'm going out by myself and you're staying home with the kids. Maybe it's a pride thing. I mean, I had them, so I take care of them. I don't consider myself a single mom, but I do 90% of the stuff for them on my own. Having his support at the end of the night, we pretty much we run in the same. What is that? We're like running parallel right now. We're right next to each other. We stand by each other, but we don't really touch much because we're so tired at the end of the night. So it's like I get the kids to bed, and by the time I get the kids to bed, I lay down in bed, and he gets in the shower, and he takes the longest showers. And by the time he gets out of the shower, like, we throw on River Monsters, and I'm like already like passed out. It kind of sucks, but it kind of makes us perfect in a way because I'm a super touchy-feely person and he's not. And so when I do get it from him, I just eat it up. Are you guys almost ready to eat? Because I'm about to get the pizza. It just, it fills my love tank, what little I get. And I always thought I was going to be with a guy that was just going to, like, love all. Hold on, I'm going to put the fries in so we need, like, an extra 5 minutes. I mean the garlic breadsticks, whatever. Where did I put them? Oh. And my husband, he's kind of a, like a cold dude. But when I get that warmth from him and I see the warmness that he gives our babies and his kids, like, there's nothing like it. I mean, I'm going to tell you, like, I had a C-section, and there is nothing cute about post-C-section. I mean, there's nothing cute about post having a baby, anything. I was literally, like, hovering, standing over a toilet while he held on to me as, I don't know what poured out of me, but he literally wiped my ass and changed my pad for me and stood by me every single second of every gross thing that happens after you have a baby. Like, it is so painful to even try to fart, and like, they needed you to fart. And like, I would literally cry in the bathroom, and like, he'd be like, it's alright, you got it, you know what I mean? Like, and then he's the first person to tell me too, babe, like, your boobs used to be so full, and now they're not. Like, they just kind of, like, what happened? And I'm like, really? I'm never getting naked in front of you again. Like, he's so, like, brutally raw honest, and I appreciate his honesty. But then I think about it when I lay down at night, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going braless in front of him ever again. And I stand in front of the mirror, and I look at my boobs, and I'm like, that's it. When I get credit, I'm getting tits. That's it. I'm doing it. I don't care what anybody says. I'll charge it. I don't care. I'm getting them. Not big ones, just like normal size. Like cushion, like pillows, like I used to have. And I know if I like start doing like chest presses and stuff, I'll get like manly, because like they went from like a D to like a B. But anyway, let's get off the subject of my boobs, because that's a sensitive subject for me. So I'm going to wake my daughter up. I'm going to give these kids some dinner. My husband should be home any minute. And I'm going to sign back in. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow morning after he goes to work, I'll probably pull out some of my journals, and I'm going to read some of the really dark times, like when I was in the SHU and like 23-hour lockdown, and I lost my grandparents. I lost a lot of people when I was locked up, and I wrote about it. At first when I started writing, I was pretending. I was like, this is what people are supposed to do when they're locked up. They're supposed to journal. I don't know what the hell to journal about. But then when shit got real hard and real dark, that was like a huge outlet. So it's been sitting in my closet, and I look at it all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I've been starting to get ungrateful, and I've been starting to turn back into like a normal member of society. These like ungrateful pieces of shit assholes that walk around every day and take their freedom for granted and take everything for granted. And like, I'm so grateful. Like, even this water bottle, like, I paid $20 for this. And you know what? It saves 400 plastic bottles, and like, it's clean filtered water, like, that doesn't taste like shit, that I have for 2 months straight. Even the straw. Do you know how bad, like, a fucking straw? People would have paid money for straws at one point in prison. And perfume. A measuring cup. It's crazy. You have no idea. Until you've been there, until you've had nothing, you have no idea. I literally held on to the same hair elastic for 2.5 years. A hair elastic. I have hair elastics all over the house. Literally, I use hair elastics to keep my chips fresh. And I used one hair elastic for 2.5 years in my hair. So that gives you a little idea of how much you hold on to the littlest things. So for now, I will sign off. We are about to smash on some pizza. Say good, say bye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, you waved. Good job, buddy. Say bye. Wave. No, you just think I'm a weirdo? Look at them lips. Look at the lips. And we will talk to you later, all right? Peace.